Yep, I'm ready. Is Barry ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you want to introduce Barry or should I?
It's up to you, man.
Wait, are we live? Hmm.
I don't know if picks bands are happening yet.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, we're on this. Okay, right. Okay. But we're on different one. Well, let's have a fun game. It's going to be Frico versus. Oh, shit. That's going to be Frico versus Syndicate. The number one. And, well, this will be for tiebreaker, really. So, well, if Frico win this, they went undefeated in Group B. And if Syndicate win, they will be tied with Kex for second. Well, it'll be a three-way tiebreak, and then we'll get to see who win. It'll be based on average game time from my more. You'll decide the tiebreaker to win.
Right, so I think I'm going to pick some bands now.
Yep.
So, I think what I need to do is start prioritising Ivan, especially Ivan is such a strong jungler. Even with the nerfs last patch, just his clearing speed is so strong, even against Graves, which will obviously be quite contested. There might be a few other picks like the Kha'Zix and the Rengar coming out, but to be fair, if you can get first pick, you might as well just pick Ivan.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about Sejuani and Maokai as well being in this patch? Sejuani's actually quite strong. I think
Yeah, Sejuani is a very strong pick, especially in the top lane.
mm-hmm.
In the jungle, she sort of lacks a little bit still. She's her ganking is not the best until level 6, but when it comes to around in the top lane, especially with a combo that she can do, where she can remove 40% of someone's health in a one combo, is rather strong. It's just because of how broken her W is at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Oh, there's a Fizzban on. Fizzban toward, well, that would be towards top lane, I'd imagine.
yeah,
You don't really see much of Fizz mid anymore, especially with his top lane tank build being just so strong in split push and 1v1s. See, oh, was Araban. Trying to take away picks from the bot lane, I guess, just trying to limit of, just trying to maybe get a good comfort for themselves, get a feel out for the game to see how. Oh, there's the
yeah.
Iron
There's the
Man you're saying
Ivan
about.
burn.
Yep, yep.
You need to if Frico get first pick on the Graves, then they should just secure it straight away.
Yeah,
Shouldn't even think about any other junglers.
yeah. Zareth as well. That's a pretty popular pick for the Freako mid laner, so well. So it is. He quite enjoys it. That and Ziggs, from what I'm aware, is the two power picks for him. So taking that away is just a good overall, just denial.
I think the biggest problem though is that you can play against those champs quite easily. All you got to do is just deny them getting blue buffs
Yeah.
because Ziggs and Xerath, they just want to perma clear mid,
Mm-hmm.
and they benefit a lot more off those blue buffs than pretty much any other mid laner.
Yeah, yeah. The Darius ban as well, targeted towards Altars there. Altars quite the Darius player, so he is. Um, it seems Syndicate style here was just a ban of the free power picks and the free main picks. Oh, the Shen picked up here.
Syndicate should have just picked the Graves and the Sejuani here. So
Yeah,
it's Sejuani into Shen, and they'll be having 2 winning lanes already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shen's just going to give him a lot of control here, so it is over the game.
Yeah.
Last bit push as well, because Shen is still pretty strong, even after you received that slight adjust. He's still pretty strong, so he is. The Caitlyn Karma, they're definitely just going straight for the bot lane will win us this game. By the looks of it, picking up the S tier bot lane pretty much. I expect this to be a sort of Rakan pickup, maybe.
I'd like to see something a bit like a Nautilus or something in the support.
Yeah.
When you've got something like a Lucian and against a Karma and Caitlyn, you want something that's a little bit more aggro.
Mm-hmm.
Syndicate should have probably opted for a different ADC like Varus or Ezreal.
Yep.
But I feel like this Lucian should be able to win lane. I took Nami, and yeah, it's a winning lane for Echo.
Yeah, this will be quite an interesting lane actually. So well, there will be definitely be a lot of focus around this and a lot of heavy trading in this lane. It'll be very swing. It'll be very swinging lane. By the seems of it, especially if Shen, the amount of stuff they can make happen in that bot lane right now is quite. Oh, Sejuani, there we
There's
go.
a Sejuani pick.
Yep.
They should be smart and take this into the top lane, not into the jungle.
Hmm.
Just because of how Sejuani should be okay into Shen, just
Yeah.
because of how the percentage health damage works.
Yeah. As well as that brings a good overall amount to CC and she has some good
Yeah.
tankiness. Yeah, I can see your point. I feel like Syndicate need to start denying some of the power picks here. Yeah, very well. And just to not, because I feel like we're leaving a lot open for Freako at the minute, especially with for Zyra, Zerf, and Darius spawn. Kind of left open, like some, like I said, we left Gen open. So, let's see what the ban last here. Talon banned by Freako. I suppose that's fair enough. You do stop it. Maybe if you're worried about if you're banning Zareth and they do lose a bit of pressure over Graves ban. Yep, as you said.
Freako should now just pick up an Elise after if the jungler Graves has been taken. Well, I'm pretty sure Syndicate will be taking the Sejuani into the jungle, but if they've banned away Graves and Lee Sin, then they want to ban away the champ pool for the jungler. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Elise pickup.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked to have seen that. Oh, there's Venautlus. Yep, that'll be Venautlus top lane, I'd imagine. Yeah, top lane or support them on. Yeah, top lane actually because I have Karma.
It might be a flex on Karma mid.
That's what I was just. Oh, there's Vel'Koz. Yep, there's another sort of poke mid laner. It seems to be this guy's kind of stay. Bit of poke. But it's a decent pickup overall. It's a safe enough blind pick as long as hopefully you don't choose an assassin or they could choose Cinder here, if you know what I mean. Cinder would be a decent enough pick. She has good pressure in the Vel'Koz. Even Orianna, if they have enough ways to deliver the ball to the enemy team, but Orianna could be a good pick.
I feel like with Syndicate already having Sejuani as the tank in the jungle, you could have just taken the Renekton top against the Shen, which is a full-on counter pick.
Yeah.
And could have just won lane against the Shen. There's no need to have these two tanks at all, and because it's just going to mean that all the damage is going to be coming out of the mid laner and the ADC. And especially when they're playing this all focused bot comp with the Shen, the Nami, and the Lucian, it's so much more better to have a damaged top laner just so they have something to fall back on.
Oh, the Zed. Okay, we have a bit of. It's actually quite interesting. It means we're going to have to rely on a lot, but not just going even in the Shen here as well, because I'll need something to be able to match Shen's push. If it isn't Zed, because eventually Shen will be tanky enough just to survive Zed. I suppose they do have a good stable bot lane, a good stable mid here. But I think, in my opinion, I think Syndicate do have this because I think their team fight's a bit better. Just a little bit, not by much. I think they have a good variety in their comp. They can split push pretty well with Zed. They have two tanks. They have double frontline. They have Karma for shields. I just kind of like Syndicate's comp a bit better. I feel like Freako's throwing a lot of eggs into the bot lane basket here. So do.
They're all very... Syndicate will win the late game over the Freako quite hard. But if Freako able to snowball the early game, then it will just go all their way.
Yeah. Now, very important 9 games. Will they ban for team names? You know what I mean? Oh no. Oh.
I mean, this is the thing with crit ADCs is that obviously with Caitlyn, you can sometimes go Blade, but when they've got two tanks on Syndicate's team, when you're playing something like a Lucian or an Ashe or something like that, your build is always going to be Blade Ruin King into Runans, or if you're Ashe, or Blade Ruin King into Black Cleaver, like on the Lucian. And at 2 items, Lucian will be killing both of the tanks rather easily.
Yeah.
Compared to this Caitlyn, who's going to be struggling like anything to kill the Shen and the Jarvan.
Yeah. If Shen or Jarvan get on there, it's going to be very hard to peel them away. Even with Nautilus Sejuani, they do have a good mix of CC to try and peel. But Nami ult and the J for ult and the Vel'Koz is a pretty strong combination. Like, you'll catch out most people with that. Like, that very good pick.
I mean, this is another problem with the bot lane matchup as well, is that Caitlyn is relying really heavily on RNG to win lane. She's very relying on getting crits. I mean, if she does get those crits again and again and again in lane, then the whole laning phase could swing in her favour. But I'm pretty sure the Lucian with the Blade of Ruin King build would be a lot more reliable.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What do you think the early game will be like? Do you think it'll be a passive early game, an aggressive early game? Because Syndicate kind of need to play a bit more aggressive with for Zed and Caitlyn to be well. They need to get the pressure of Caitlyn.
What they
They
need to
need to get
do
early pressure.
is they need to send Sejuani into the bottom side of their jungle
Yep.
and get plenty of deep wards in their Freeco's red side jungle.
Yep.
Sejuani will need to start looking for plays. So, for instance, going over the Dragon Pit to the Blasting Cone to go gank bot lane.
Yep.
You always want the Sejuani to be near the bot side because of the pressure they have from the Nami, the Shen, and the Jarvan.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, if they've got a Shen, a Jarvan, and a Nami, they can lock any of them up.
Yeah, pretty much.
If they've got no flash, they can lock them up for about 6 seconds. Just with the Shen TP.
Yep.
So you shouldn't be worrying about ganking the Shen. If for the Nautilus, they should just sort of be focusing on around the bot side of the map. And if Sejuani can get any picks in mid to one of the Vel'Koz with the Z, then even better.
Yeah, the Sejuani the Vel'Koz J4 is actually a pretty strong ganking tool because you can just have J4 EQ in the Vel'Koz stun as well. And it does give quite a bit of CC. Most people won't actually expect to get caught out in that way. Like if Zed burns W in the lane here, it's very likely he will die, the J4 Vel'Koz, because he just has to burn a summoner as soon as J4 jumps on him.
The issue that I have with this game that Syndicate really need to do is that they need to wait until the top tower becomes weaker.
Yep.
Because obviously has that buff for a few minutes.
Yep.
And then as soon as it happens, they need to back and send their top laner to the bot lane and then siege the top with the jungler.
Yep.
Try and get the first tower bonus gold. Just because of how the laning phase is for them is a lot more harder. Because obviously Shen into Nautilus is a little bit, it leans a little bit more towards Shen, I believe.
Yeah.
But Lucian and Nami just dominates the lane against the Caitlyn and the Karma. So you want to try and get them out of lane as soon as possible against the Lucian and Nami, just so they can be even. Don't try and fall behind.
I feel like as well, Syndicate will need to put a lot of pressure on keeping the ADC and support safe and getting them like a good accelerated amount of gold, because Nautilus can go behind on gold. It doesn't really matter that much. Well, yeah, if he falls behind all this, he's still going to be a tank. He's still going to bring CC. He's still useful. Well, if you can keep Shen moving around the map, sure, he can join a fight at any time. But Shen losing gold impacts him more than it will impact Nautilus.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Nautilus is that he's a little bit less item reliant than Shen.
Yep.
Just because of his CC kit. I mean, he's one of the champions with the most CC in the game.
Yep.
So obviously that means that he can he'll be able to literally be as useful. He's sort of like a Fresh, for instance. Fresh has a really strong power spike when he has Sightstone and Boost just because of how much utility he has. And Nautilus is the same. As soon as he has one tank item, he is still very useful just because of how much CC he has compared to the Shen when Shen only has Taunt.
Yep.
But you also see Shen as the shield as well. But when it comes to that, it doesn't matter too much if Nautilus falls behind a little bit from the Shen because what he can put back into team fights is so much stronger.
Yeah, it really is.
He can cancel out Shen's TPs and everything like that.
He's just generally strong in the Shen. He's also one of the few champions that can win the early trades versus Shen because of his W and Encourage of a Colossus. You give a big enough shield to be able to out trade Shen most of the time as long as he doesn't have W up. So you just go in, you auto attack him, press C, walk back. And if Shen tries to trade back onto you, you still have W up and auto attack. And you should be able to survive a trade against Shen. I
think on the longer trades that Shen wins though, however. Because
definitely.
of the percentage health damage on his Q.
Yep. As well as the long cooldown on Nautilus W. It's sort of it means in longer trades Shen will always win, but Nautilus will win the quick trades, if you know what I mean. In the early game anyway, as the game progresses on, Shen should be always winning against him. He should just taunt him, Q to him, and just start auto attacking him. The mid lane matchup will be if Zed gets ahead, this will be a harder game for Syndicate.
The ideal situation for Syndicate to win this game is like I said, wait until the top tower becomes weaker so they can head up there and take it. They can just lane swap it. And then as soon as they take their tower, send the Z to the longest lane, which with the top lane, because there'll be no tower. And that means that if the Freeco decide to send the Lucian up there, it ends up meaning that the Zed will just be able to assassinate him.
Yeah.
And then you send the AD and the support mid to siege mid, and that causes a bit of confusion on where the support has to go.
Yeah.
Because the support will either have to decide to go mid to help fend off people sieging mid.
Yep.
And if they don't send them mid, then it's a 2v1, and they'll just take tower eventually.
Yep.
Or if they send the support to Lucian, then Zed just packs off, plays a little bit passive.
Yep.
And then that means that the Caitlyn can siege mid. But if the support does go mid and defend it off, then Zed just kills Lucian. So it just keeps them going along like that. And eventually it will just snowball out of control if they do that.
And if Frico also do not match for bot lane in the top lane, they could walk just straight to take Rift Herald right after. It's not that hard to kill anymore. It's also worth taking because you can just siege your tower straight away with it and take it. Even then, it gives you the empowered recall if you want to rotate your top lane or jungler or mid lane. Especially mid lane, actually, that would be very good. If you give Zed the Rift Herald, he gets the Baron enhanced recall. Can easily move between the lanes, get quicker rotations.
I think at the moment when you if you was, I think to be fair, lane swap into the top side and leaving the enemy team to siege bot and take Drake is so much more efficient with Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Just because you're top side, if you take the tower and they're matching you in bot lane, even if you take top, you can take Rift Herald, they'll take Dragon. But the Rift Herald will snowball into your next movement because you can then lane swap again. The enemy team will have to lane swap top to match you. But then you can just use the Rift Herald and just completely outdo them in the push. You can probably take their tier 2 by the time they've taken their tier 1.
Yeah. So who do you think will win? What's your prediction for who will win the game?
I'm gonna go for Freako just because of how they've got so much. They've got more winning lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Syndicate will just have to try and become out even in laning phase. If they don't, then it will go all the way to Freako.
I like Syndicate's comp better because I feel it will play stronger to the strengths that I've seen in their previous games. So I think Syndicate will win just on the as well as that. I feel like Filtering should be able to just stay on the Vel'Koz. To be honest, I feel like the said pick will really open it up for Syndicate, in my opinion, anyway. Nothing really unusual early game here. Just kind of standard setup. No real deep vision. It's just pretty standard. So it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit ashamed of Vel because he's boosted some of the spells, to be fair. I don't know why he took him a heal against the Zed, who'd obviously take Ignite. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Should have opted for the exhaust or the barrier at least.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of healing.
The heal's going to be useless.
Yeah. Unusual with J4 start. Does J4 normally start E first? I'm not entirely sure of what.
Yeah, for the additional attack speed.
Okay. I'm not just entirely sure myself. So that's just. Oh, kidding. Missed table CS. That's pretty bad.
Jarvan's clear is very, very weak in the early. So,
yeah.
I mean, the biggest issue here is that both junglers have started with the wrong runes and the wrong route. They should have opted all for the one experience squint.
Yeah.
Taken Raptors, taken Red, taken Scuttle, and they'd be level 3. Especially Sejuani, because she can AoE clear quite comfortably. And the same with Jarvan as well. I mean, both the mid laners could have launched a Q or a W, depending on Vel'Koz, to the Raptor camp. Yeah. And that would mean that they would easily clear. And they'll be able to do a full health clear quite comfortably.
Yeah.
And also be able to do a little bit more in the early game. Like, for instance, especially Jarvan, he could have got level 3 and then started evading Sejuani. And be very strong in these 1v1 instances.
He seems to want to go for that kind of style. He did take Fever Battle, so he did. Which I was kind of surprised by. I see people take it on Rek'Sai as well recently. I'm not entirely sure of the strengths of it myself, but I'd assume it means you're going to go for early aggression, if you know what I mean. Oh, that was a bad trade in the bot lane, Bert. So it was a bit of bad trading. Let's see. Well, the lanes seem to be going very well for Syndicate, bar a few bad trades. Other than that, it seems pretty fair right now. Zed did get a decent bit of damage on Vel'Koz in the mid.
Jarvan's opted for further of battle.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand that at all.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
He should have opted for the Colossus or even Thunderlords.
Yeah.
Just to get a little bit more burst now.
I feel like he took it maybe for early invades, but I still don't see the strength of it over favor. I just feel it's not as strong overall.
And another key stance rather strange is the Nami with the Wind Speaker's Blessing. A lot of people believe that it's a lot stronger on Nami because of the healing.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, Nami's only got one heal, and that is only for one person. So it's better to take the Thunderlords for laning phase because you can trade and win trades against the enemy support and the ADC with your W because you can get the double bounce and you get the auto attack off, and that'll do Thunderlord's decree proc.
Yep.
And that is a lot more effective in laning phase overall than having Wind Speaker's Blessing because you're only healing one person with that W.
Yep.
The chances that you're going to land multiple heals, even in team fights, is very, very low. So you're better off just opting for more damage instead of the little bit of increased healing on the W.
As you can see, we're just entering a pause here. Apparently a player suffering a bit of lag, so he's going to reconnect and come back. So he is. Let's see. Shen opting into the Doran's. Doran shield first. Not a bad choice. It's probably the best choice you can take on Shen into this matchup.
I'd say rejuvenation beads, 3 of those, and then you could have taken 1 for your tire mat, 1 for your spirit visage against Nautilus, and that would have been a much more stronger matchup, especially with Nautilus's high damage on Izzy.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd get a lot more. The reason why I take Doran's shield is that obviously it gives you 80 health and restores 6 health every 5 seconds.
Yep.
But Rejuve bead gives you so much more healing.
I feel like maybe it was a case of if he takes it, he has better chance of survival. If he gets, say, ult spot lane, he has his Dorans as well, so he's going to take reduced damage. Rejuve bead's good for lane, but I feel like the Dorans gives him much more utility in the early game in comparison, if you know what I mean.
But if you think about it, by the time he's level 6, he's already going to be backed, usually.
Normally, yeah.
He's going to be back, he's going to be able to get a time map, be able to get a cloak for his spirit visage. You'll be quite comfortable.
Yeah, okay. Bot lane both have, the supports still have biscuits, but both ADCs have no pots anymore. Mid lane, I can't see if Zed has no refillables, and mid lane also have no pots. Wait, is Jarvan backed in Sejuani? Oh yeah, Jarvan's already backed in Sejuani. She bought boots first. What do you think of a boots first on Sejuani?
It's okay, I suppose. I mean, you see it very often on some of these junglers like Elise. They like to take boots and Mobies first.
Yep.
And what that does is they allow it to gank really easily and really efficiently.
Yep.
On Sejuani, it's just used to sort of just get a little bit closer to him so she can pound them.
Yep.
But I'd still rather see a little bit. Maybe should probably benefit a little bit more just getting off a ruby crystal or something like that. But if that was all she had, mana golds, she'll be fine.
What do you think of Sejuani's position here? She's in the top side jungle, fairly deep.
Yeah, she's good. If she gets spotted, she's dead. There's nothing she can do about it.
Yeah.
Because Vel'Koz will just collapse and that'll be it.
Yeah, that'll be it. That's what I'm just thinking. It's kind of very risky.
Yeah, it's just a bad read by the Sejuani, not understanding where the jungle would be.
Yeah.
It's because she thought that Jarvan started red side. There was no pings to indicate that he started blue side. But it should be okay.
Yeah, it should be too bad.
The problem is that when you are what Freako should have done to increase this is that instead of rushing straight to lane, the bot lane should have hidden for a few seconds and then joined the lane when Syndicate's lane did.
Yep.
And this would have made it look like they'd made them question where the jungler started instead of making it obvious to where the jungler started.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about myself. I feel like not revealing where your jungler is starting is quite important now. So it is. It just gives you so much more opportunities. They get deep vision or to take control of the enemy. To get a bit of more control in the game. If no one knows where you start, you can catch people out as they invade you, or there's just so many more options. I feel like by doing that. Let's see. Is there any right? Well, the lanes are all kind of top lane's pushing for Syndicate. I'd assume mid lane is with Zed. If Sejuani's that close, Zed must be going to hard push it in here. If you know what I mean,
Yeah.
he has no sort of worry about it. Control vision sort of towards the top side with Sejuani there, control and top side bush, and a decent bit of vision for Zed around the bot side too. He has the vision going just from the exit of the jungle. which is fair enough. But J4 does have some ability to have some creative jungle pathing, if you know what I mean. He can go, say, over the dragon wall and then come around the back, that sort of way. Well, it's a more riskier move. It's still something that's open there. Let's see. Oh, someone's reconnected. We might be getting back in the game.
I'm a bit questionable about the ADC masteries though. They've both opted to go down the utility tree other than the cunning tree. I don't really know why. To be fair, I mean, if it's I can understand from Caitlyn's side, but I feel like, I mean, even with the Lucian, he's opted to take veteran scars over runic armor.
Yep.
And when you're playing with something like a Nami, you should either take the resolve tree and use runic armor to increase the healing that you're receiving, or what is the best idea still is take some in the cunning to get the additional damage in the merciless, just so you got a little bit more oomph in laning phase, just so you can actually have a bit more kill pressure over the Caitlyn.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised never of a 2 ADC started Doran Shield ever. It seems like it'll be something that'll be quite strong in ADCs now, especially on someone like Caitlyn. You know, you're not going to get you do outrange a lot of ADCs, so Doran's Blade's not really going to be as much used to in the lanes of high pressure, if you know what I mean. In my personal opinion, anyway, I just feel like Doran Shield would have been a better start maybe for Caitlyn in this sort of matchup.
I can understand it if you're Caitlyn and you're playing against something very pokey like an Israel.
Yeah.
But you're better off just taking either Doran's Blade or even Longsword and 3-pot still.
Yeah.
Just because this Lucian will be able to dash in and trade quite comfortably. And just deal with more damage, even with the damage reduction from Doran Shield.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting back in the game here.
I mean, I've played against Doran Shield ADCs a few times, and every time I've crushed them just because I don't have much damage.
Yeah. What do you think Lucian will build this game? Do you think he'll build the new death?
Or do you think
he
should still opt for Bork and Black Cleaver just because it's guaranteed percentage health damage against tanks, and he'll be able to deal much more damage against them.
Oh, seems we've got a fight going on in the mid lane here and in the bot lane. Got some action everywhere.
His Lucian's mechanics are a bit bad. But
yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, that was not great.
He cancelled so many autos and missed his W.
Yeah, that was not great. By and some heavy trading as well in the top lane. Both junglers are here. And in the mid. But Thompness. Yep.
This is dead.
Yep. Oh, but Sejuani's going to pick both of these up actually.
Sejuani will win this.
Yeah, she has red buff. Oh, yep.
Wait, the stacks for the E is refreshed as well.
Yeah. Vel'Koz died mid and Zed got the kill as well. That's actually looking pretty good for Syndicate. Oh, Sejuani didn't get this.
E. That was a mistake by Sejuani.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate there.
Do you have any mana to E?
I don't think she had enough. Or it was on cooldown. Did she not use it just a couple of seconds before?
It's on quite a short cooldown.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Zed. Wait, is Zed not going to clear the control word? Oh, Zed doesn't even clear the control word. You must not have seen it. Let's see. Mid lane's falling behind. Well, decent bit of CS, but that's expected Zed in the Vel'Koz though. So, you know, he has pretty high pressure, especially if your mid laner's worried about it. Your mid laner will fall behind. So mid laner's getting a bit of a fear of Zed, where they think they can't, you know, do anything. Oh, this is going to be a heavy trade in bot lane. That was quite a decent bit of trade there. Caitlyn be able to buy him back her first BF, not to spam double Dorans and the cloth armor as well, going for the early lane teams, and Shen going for the time out for the push. Bot lane still doing a good bit of trading. Sejuani finished getting red smite. What do you think of Sejuani taking red smite over said poachers?
Not too sure really, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I feel like she should have, especially if she's doing a lot of early invades like she was earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like taking poachers could be good and then swapping into the sweeper. Just to deny, because she seems to be trying to. Oh, this is not good.
Poach is so much more better of a item than all the other smites, really.
Or Shen out gone. Oh,
Shen out has been cancelled.
Yep. Oh. And Karma walks out as well. And Sejuani's coming in bot too. No, she's backing off. Well, getting rid of that Shen ult early is actually very good for Syndicate. It'll give them a lot more things they can do, especially in bot lane, where it seems to be quite a lot of trading. It can give them a bit more comfort, if you know what I mean. Where they won't feel like they're going to get engaged on as hard as they were, because with the Shen ulti on, there's always that thing of doubt in your head. Will Shen keep ult here, and will the enemy jungler be here? But without the Shen ult, you have a bit of more comfort, if you know what I mean. You can feel a bit more comfortable in the lane.
Yeah.
Especially for Zed as well, that'll be quite a sad relief. It gives him more pressure in the lane as well, especially against the Vel'Koz, who has... That's just a scream for Zed to all in. Yeah. Oh, that's close. Yeah.
I feel like he could have gone for the kill there. He could have ignited and got his massive off.
He didn't even have ignite. I think he could have just coming up to death. Let's see. Wait, is Zed going into there already? Is Zed just going straight for Ghost Blade and just ignoring Hexdrinker? It must be. Don't play it too far, I guess. He's doing that well, and then he doesn't particularly need the Hexdrinker. It's good to have that safety, I think, but I suppose if you're feeling confident, you don't need to build it. You know what I mean?
To be fair, with a Vel'Koz like this, you don't even need a Hexdrinker. He's not hitting anything.
And here comes the J4. Oh, bit of J4 early, bit of vision. See how he is again. He's walking into the jungle. He's going to contest her. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is not good by J4. His top laner's under tower. And Zed's missing. Oh, this was... Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, this guy should be dead. Oh, well, get oh, that was a very questionable invade. So it was. Yeah, his top laner was under tower. His mid lane had no vision of Zed. Oh, what was the Vel'Koz ulti? Okay. Zed's 2-0. It's looking good for Syndicate now. So it is. He's in a pretty strong position. Top lane just got a red buff, so he should be in an even better position. Oh, heavy trade in the bot lane again. Oh, and Vel'Koz down to Zed.
Oh, this Lucian.
Yeah. That was quite a risky play.
Yeah.
I was very surprised actually where Nautilus could have walked back and just TP'd on them while Lucian was under tower. They burnt everything there. Well, that could have been a pretty free kill actually. Pretty free double kill. And their rotation in the bot tower. Especially if Nautilus with red buff. Because I doubt Shem would walk up to stop him under tower, if you know what I mean, that sort of way. Okay, hit by another bubble. Oh, he's dead again. Oh, Zed dies in the mid too. Oh, here's an Nautilus TP. So Johnny flashed. Couldn't get anything. They should just go straight to the bot tower here instead of chasing. This is just a bit of overchase. If J4 walks bot here, though, he could get a couple of kills maybe in the ADC and support. If they don't back. There we go. Okay. Did Shen have ulti that fight, or did he just... No, he must not have had it. I feel like Syndicate should just save the TP and just dove bot, or whenever bot pushed up again, just jumped on them. You know, because even if Shen comes in here, you still have the Zed, and the Zed is 3-1.
Yeah.
The Zed will kill somebody. If you know what I mean? If he has any sort of skill mechanics, you should kill somebody here.
I mean, this is another thing. Like I was talking about the rejuve beat start on the Shen. I mean, he would already have his cloak and his time mat already if he went that build. As he hasn't got his cloak yet, so he still might be able to get out traded quite comfortably by the
Nautilus.
Yeah.
But Nautilus is just trading him now. See, Nautilus is not losing much either. Like he's down about 20 CS, but in terms of gold, it's only 200. It's only 200 difference in gold. You know, and Nautilus is getting better itemization of it. Shen has to buy the time off to outwave clear Nautilus to get some sort of control over the lane. But what's the point in having wave control if you're not the enemy Nautilus is bot lane killing your bot lane? You know, because top lane tower is still essentially full health. Zed clearing the vision in the jungle here. J4 winning bot lane bush for the lane gank too. I feel like, yeah, there we go. I was going to say, oh, that E by Caitlyn. Oh, that was not good. Okay. That E was not the best. Oh, that may just cost him bottling tower. Yeah, it's definitely going to cost him bottling tower unless Sejuani comes down with Zed, the answer.
That was just a lack of vision from.
Yeah. Even then, it was kind of a misplay as well. Caitlyn pushed E into the wall.
I mean, this is another thing. Like, if Sejuani went for the poachers over the challenging smite, it would have meant that she could get some deep vision and actually have an idea where the jungler is.
Yeah, because Zed was clearing a control ward in jungle. You know, that was like they didn't really need to do that. Sejuani could have did that. You know what I mean? Because Zed could have just pushed out mid and Sejuani could have went and took it. I would like to see Zed push us in and just make a roam somewhere, you know. Maybe bot lane's going to push out again, like push back in the tower. Especially if Karma being that low. Oh wait, Nami's back in here. Yeah. Okay. What do you think of the early control wards by Syndicate here, actually? We have one in the river, one in... Well, yeah, one in top... mid top side bush.
They need to be a bit more aggressive. They should have moved the one in river by the dragon pit into just behind the red buff.
Yeah.
And because when you think about it, like Jarvan, it doesn't matter if you're playing Zed. I mean, they've ordered up for this Zed to make sure that Jarvan isn't there. But when Zed's got his W and got his flash coming up in a minute, it's not too much of a worry.
Yeah. Nautilus taking a pretty bad trade in the Shen here. J4's just going to walk top. They have the timing on the red buff. So if Shen can push a Nautilus here, this should be a pretty free take on red. Because Vel'Koz should just be able to push us in without a problem. And Shen can just push in with Shen ulti and contest. Because there's no way a half-out Nautilus is going to stop this, if you know what I mean. Bot lane can actually use our bot tower here, by so yeah, I think we're going to use bot tower here. Yeah, there we go. First blood tower goal to Freako. Oh shit, I don't think there's a point in Sejuani walking top here. Nautilus has no mana. Oh, well, he's going to match the J4 gank, so...
Yeah, Nautilus is dead.
Yep.
Go over the top of the Jarvan ult, but...
Yeah. No, Nautilus had... That was very disrespectful by Nautilus for. Like, even just being that far up with... Like, even just doing that with no mana and very little health.
Yeah, Sedge can hold this.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I said needs to do a bit more movement around the map here. He's got the gold, but he doesn't have the pressure. Is what I feel like anyway. But I don't think it makes that much sense that he's playing so back. Because I mean, Vel'Koz basically is caught up in CS now, if you know what I mean. And Zed hasn't really done much with his lead. Oh, okay. And here's the Shen TP. Oh, the Shen fresh top misses. No, there's a cancel TP here. Okay. There was a bit of a late TP, but I'm not sure if he had it or he didn't have it, but it was a bit of a late TP. He should have started as soon as the ult basically came down. And here's the gank on Zed. Zed used W to clear the wave. Oh, no, wait, he didn't. What? Oh, God. Okay, and here's the Shen ulti now. Sejuani should be able to walk away from this. Okay, where's the, yeah, okay. Oh, this is gonna be like a fiesta here. The 2v5 in the mid lane.
The whole Zoo's come mid lane and
yeah,
things been achieved really.
Yeah.
I feel that's more worth for Syndicate more than anyone.
Yeah, it is. They burnt Shen all.
Especially with the Shen ult and all that's gone.
Yeah. And especially Kate's just going bot now. Kate should be able to do at least a good bit of tower almost to bot here. So he should. Not just going back top lane here.
This is already punishing for Lucian, just because Caitlyn's already got the CS lead and she's getting solo XP down there as well.
Yeah. I feel like Syndicate actually here should just push it at the end, maybe just bait a Drift Tower and force someone to come into it whenever Vel'Koz is backed. Because they could win the fight there in theory. That not just has ult. He has flash. Zed doesn't have ult, but he does have flash. Caitlyn is bot lane. I feel like it would have been maybe worth just getting the pick out, if you know what I mean. Like just baiting it, or because if it don't come, you're gonna get Rift Herald. You know, that sort of way. And mid lane was pushing out in their favour. Zed staying Yeah, fair enough. And Caitlyn's coming mid now. They could probably just put Zed in the side lane here now and shove ADC and support in the mid, to be honest. Like, even though Vitar's not dead, I feel like Zed will do more work here in the side lane than maybe shove him against the Shen and put the Nautilus against the bot lane. Because he has Sunfire, he has the Bambi Cinder, and he has Spectres. So he should be fairly safe, as long as he doesn't go for any too aggressive. And if anything bad does happen, Zed can just walk in the mid, force something in mid on Vel'Koz, or, because Vel'Koz can't match Zed. What I do find quite weird here is Shen's going for this trade. Okay. Yeah, no, this will just go. Oh, here comes the ADC in support. Actually, it's not good if Nautilus goes in it. Yep, okay, it's not. Shen will go for the taunt. I mean, oh.
No,
That's fish. That's fish. No, he's W. Okay. That was not. Yeah, I think the call should have been made there if a bot lane still hadn't arrived.
And Karma's dead as well.
Yep, and Karma's dead. This is falling apart at the seams for Syndicate here. They started off so well early, and then Zed's going in here. What? Okay. I think Syndicate are falling apart here.
Yeah.
The pressure seems to begin to them. The real only advantage you're going to get here is if Kate somehow manages to take this bot tower, and it's looking like she's actually about to get solo killed by J4. Oh my god. Oh, she can ulti too. Ugh. Yeah, that was... It's not looking good for Syndicate at all.
And the Nautilus TP.
Oh, the Nautilus TP. What's he doing? I don't think that was worth burning TP for at all. Well, it should be Vel'Koz dead. Oh, redemption. Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
It's getting rather greedy against Lucian.
Yeah. This game's turning into a bit of a fiesta, and it's turning into it fast. Here's Zed. Oh, exhaust.
Not dead.
Wow. It says Giovanni survived on 18 health. Wow. And not just got bot tower as well. The macro play of Frico actually looks pretty good, so it does. They're making the right calls and the right rotations. They're making the calls Syndicate should be making, in my opinion. Sending the ADC in support top, and then, like just forcing down a tower. Especially after bot tower was going down so low. He's not just cut out here. No, he's not. Actually. Lucian pushing bot. Zed is pushing top. Yeah, Zed might actually get this tower unanswered here. Yeah, Shen should... Whoa, Nautilus going in. Oh, that was a very questionable engage by Nautilus. He should be dead here.
Bit of a dodgy wave.
Oh, wow. Zed should just take the top tower here. He shouldn't care about what's going on in mid. His team can disengage fine here. If Zed gets his top tower, it should be fine actually. So it should. Yeah. It's actually a very bad call, but they should just send Shen top straight away, because the fight was over, and no one is going to try and take this crowd, Rick. Like, there's nobody going for it. Oh, there we go. Now we're going for it. But Zed's still pushing top, and if Vel'Koz walks top here, he's going. We're just leaving Zed to push. There we go. Shen's going back down. That was not going well. Yeah, because that's the problem here with Frico's comp. There's only Shen who can Ray answer Zed when he's pushing. Vel'Koz can't Ray go to a side lane as well as, Zed can. Oh, are we going to go for the dead here?
And this is the problem with Caitlyn. Look, she does no damage to any tanks.
Yeah. Although I'm not going to get this Dave by
she's tickling them. That's the problem. That was a lovely hook by Nautilus.
Yeah, it actually was a very nice hook. And there's the Shen ulti. But I don't know why we're re-engaged here. They should have knew Shen ulti was back. Zed is coming around the side here. Oh, J4's in.
Bit of a clown fiesta.
Yeah, this game is just scaling into Fiesta. J4 is actually going to get killed. There we go. That was close. Okay, so 1-for-1. Both junglers dead. Some's burnt on both sides. Shen ulti lost. Top lane. Let's see. Well, both lanes are. Oh, that was a good pick by Vel'Koz.
That's just a boosted recall, to be fair.
Yeah.
Too busy looking in shop.
Ah, the good old shop syndrome, the best kind of. And both lanes are pushing here for Frico, so we're not really gonna. Oh, what's Karma doing? Karma, don't do it. Good. Oh, Sejuani's in. There we go. But they're using bot tower for this now. They're taking.
Yeah, this is the problem with Zed dying. I mean, he was too busy browsing the Argos catalogue and he's dying for it, and they're losing everything in exchange.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and he seen a 2-for-1 on damage items and was like, "Wow, best be banned this. Give him the time offer." And Vel'Koz decided to pick him up for a cheeky 300. Zed's going back top lane here as well. See, well, Caitlyn is. Let's see how much goal he has. Yeah, he's still a bit off finishing his IE, so he is, which is quite unfortunate. Lucian's finished his work and it's going into Black Cleaver next, so you know the mid-game spike on Frico is going to be painful.
Black Cleaver on Zed's a bit questionable.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it myself anymore. I'm not. Why is it? I'm not sure if I'm not a fan of a corrupting pot ever, to be honest. I don't think a corrupting pot's the best thing to be banned on.
I think if you're playing Zed, I think Blaber and King's a really good item to take now.
Yeah.
Especially with the how it's been buffed, and it really is a really strong item. And he used to take it anyway, but yeah, it's quite a good starting item, and if that is plenty enough to kill a tank.
Yeah, especially whenever he's going to be pushing against the tank anyway. So he is.
You might as well take that rather than the. You can rush the blade, then get the Yumus, and he'll be doing so much more damage than he is now with this Black Cleaver. Obviously, it has a bit more cooldown reduction, but
yeah. Oh well, here's Shen being. Whoa, what? Oh, they must have seen the rest of the enemy team coming there. Oh, they can actually turn on this here and kill Vel'Koz. Like it's just J4. He's Shen. Okay, Shen's in here. This is a very messy fight, so it is. Who's Zed on? Zed's on Vel'Koz. Shen ulti. Oh, this gets him. Oh, he gets him. Yep, Sejuani. ADC's dead. Caitlyn's dead. Lucian is just doing so good damage to this Sejuani. No, this should just walk top here and leave Shen alone, to be honest. Okay, that fight went very much actually in Syndicate's favour for him. I don't think it should have went as well as it did for him. Oh, that Shen hunt was quite unfortunate. Let's just auto-attack him here and just wait till Sejuani comes back. He's going for glory, like, I'll give him that, he is going for it. He wants this Zed. And he burned Flash as well for it, he's committing. And he gets out. They're not even going to get the top part of this. This is not good for Frico. They just lost so much trying to do this really weird team fight top. Where half their team was on one side and the other half was just getting killed by Zed and Nautilus. That is the issue of Vel'Koz. Like, he's 1-5. If Zed jumps him, Shen's going to have to ult. And if Nautilus is there, well, how are you going to pay Zed Nautilus off of Vel'Koz? You know.
I mean, if this was the Brazilian Pro League, I reckon that team fight would have gone all right. But you know, this is a little bit different to that.
Yeah, you know, maybe Turkey would put it off. You know, have you ever seen the Turkey? Oh, here's another dead Vel'Koz. Oh, maybe not. Rip Zed. Oh no, he shouldn't have burned Fraction over. You shouldn't have just dash forward.
I'm a little bit unsure about this Zed. I mean, I can see why his account is a Zed name, but his decision making's all over the place. He doesn't know when to go in, doesn't know when to not go in, doesn't.
Yeah, but well, isn't that?
He's just making silly mistakes.
Isn't that the stereotypical Zed mate? Oh, rip Nautilus. Oh no, this is so cut out here. Oh, the flash vote. Oh, whoa! Oh, well, what? Oh, this should be a Baron. Yeah, this is
And this
definitely
is
a
a
Baron.
one team fight for Frico.
Yeah, this is the freest team fight I've ever seen.
Take Baron, head down to Drake after Baron, and
I feel like I'm watching SKT
that,
versus TSM.
for me personally, will probably be the game for Frico.
Yeah, that was.
They've been able to snowball out the game, out of the early game, pick up a pretty confident, easy win.
Yeah. It was it looked good for Syndicate to start, but they couldn't transition the advantages they had to any of our game, and that was kind of a problem. Like, Zed was ahead, but did Zed really do anything with his lead? There wasn't, like, it's nice having Zed, but in reality they should just walk five, like, we could have even four-man dove bots with just...
The Zed was ahead, but the problem is that they didn't play with the Zed properly.
Yeah.
They don't know where to send the Zed. They don't know what to do with it. It's very
bot on his own, like, and there's no vision of anyone in the map.
The problem with Zed is that if he's not one shotting someone, he's useless.
Yeah, yeah. And if he can't kill, whoever he's in the inverses, then may as well pick Syndra.
Yeah,
that sort of way. Syndra's gonna press R and one shot the enemy ADC anyway. And to be fair, they do have a lot of AD here, so it does make itemization fairly simple. Hell, even J4 gets pretty. Yeah, I feel like yeah, they've actually Frico have actually been super unlucky here as well. They've had double Cloudrick. Like, it doesn't get much worse than that whenever you're so far ahead. Especially when you have so much control in the bot lane, you just feel so disgusted. When you look at bot lane, you're like, yeah, guys, we took bot tower, let's go take Drake. Oh, wait, it's a Cloud Drake. And nobody wants to fight over a Cloud Drake that sort of way. It's not really worth throwing your lives away. Unless Syndicate can derive us to the famous 40-minute Chinese team fighting, I don't see them winning this game. And even if we do get to the famous 40-minute Chinese team fighting, we're still going to have problems. Because eventually Vel'Koz will one-shot somebody. Like, if Zed doesn't, Vel'Koz will. You know what I mean? He's a master catching out bad position that he sees. Well, if Zed can hold his head up high, you know what I mean? He's up in CS in comparison to the enemy laner. Basically means he won lane.
Yeah, but this is Vel'Koz we're talking about. Like, he doesn't even have to add any abilities. As long as he pushes R in a team fight, he does tons of damage.
Yeah, eventually he'll kill someone, pretty much.
It's like Lux. You hit the Q, you land everything else. You don't even have to aim anything, just the Q.
And now if you kill somebody, your ult goes on, gets reduced by a ridiculous amount. So, the Caitlyn E4 there. That was...
Caitlyn just gets deleted.
Caitlyn E4.
There he goes the Vel'Koz ult. Oi!
Yep. Mechanics do. It's kind of like Syndra. Only, you do more AoE.
Yeah, it takes a lot to press R.
It does, yeah. Oh, no, this is in.
Move the mouse up and down.
Dude, I've seen some people manage to fuck up the Vel'Koz ult in my time, you know what I mean? To go full disco and spin it the other way. Away from the enemy team into the enemy raptor camp and just...
If you ever miss an ult, all you got to do is just say you hovered over the mini-map in the bottom right. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's the answer to everything.
I thought it was blame AI, you know what I mean? Or a bad team didn't tell me where the ult, you know what I mean?
And as I predicted, Frico takes the win against Syndicate.
Oh, Zed got the kill. GG. One Syndicate snowballed. GG. Well played by Syndicate. Sorry, Frico, not Syndicate. Congratulations to them. They went undefeated in Group B, making them the top team in Group B. Kex and Syndicate will now have to do the tiebreaker result. So, yep, GG. I don't know if we're doing a winner's interview or not. Are we going to do a winner's interview?
I don't know. I don't know what they're up to.
We'll tend to find out. Let's see. Well, I get a feeling Ultra wanted it. I kind of like to see Ultra up here because I want to ask some questions about how his team sort of progress through the game, especially after falling behind early. On the Middleman. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we'll have a word of Walter from Frico and how he feels about. Hello, Walter.
Hello.
So, how do you feel about going undefeated in Group B? How's it feel?
I feel like I don't deserve much credit in that. I think my bot lane deserves a lot more credit to the wins.
Fair enough. How do you feel your team stands in the now that you've seen most of a tournament play their games? How do you feel your team stacks up to the rest of the tournament?
I think that currently there is only one team that we're actually like really thinking of strategies up on how to beat, and only one team that's really like someone that we feel is a real opponent that could beat us easily. Sheep team right now, because I consider myself, at least, I don't know about the rest of my team, but I think I can say for myself that I consider myself the weak link in the team, the worst member by quite a big margin. And in Sheep team, their strongest member is Snuffle in the top lane. And I think that will be a complete stomp in the top lane. And so we're afraid that one member, Snuffle, could snowball out of control and just completely wreck us.
I would suggest just bringing out the dirty Sejuani top. Yeah, nothing beats that.
We actually talked about it, but then they picked it.
No.
We have talked about putting Shen in the jungle, but that's
Just take it first rotation.
I have talked about it with my jungler before.
Take it first rotation. Sejuani top. GG.
Yep. Or even better, take Ivern top, smack people, shoot people. What more do you need? Who needs Lulu when you can have Ivern? You know what I mean?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be an Ivern player top lane.
Anyway,
going 0-5, that's fine. Going 0-8, okay, that sort of becomes weird. But if I play Ivern, it's going to be 0-25. We're going to have a 25 kill like Shen or Darius on the enemy team, and then we're going to die.
Who manages the picks and bans?
We all talk about it as a team. I'm the one who does like the final, like where I click, but that's basically it. We always talk as a team. I think Disturbed is the one that makes the most final calls in our team.
What do you, curiosity, what was your decision behind the Fiora bomb? Was it just a general worry because of Shen?
It was a worry because we wanted me to play a safe lane in top lane. We wanted Shen to stay a safe lane and be able to just always be on ready, never have to like be forced out and use TP to get back lane. Just wanted me to always have both my globals and be ready. And the Fiora is a champion that could have like put me in a very difficult situation as a Shen. So
what about Camille?
I've played against Camille before, and as a Shen, it's actually a really easy matchup. She ults you, just press W, and wait until the ult is over. If she starts to you just run away with your E. With the E, you get closer to her with your E.
I suggested this at the during picks and bans. Is the enemy team should have took Renekton, and Renekton is a rather strong pick into a Shen.
Yes, but that's assuming that the Renekton has higher reflexes than the Shen, and in the enemy team, like if this was Sheep team, we probably would have banned Renekton, but because the enemy team, like we're afraid they would outplay us, but the reflexes we didn't really know who was better. The enemy top laner was pretty much the same rank as me, I think. So we decided like Renekton, if I manage to have higher reflexes in W before he Ws me, I cancel it. I have the advantage. If he gets better reflexes, Ws me before I W, he wins the lane. So it would have been a 50-50, I think.
Another question I have about the game. Whenever you guys kind of had a bit of a stumble in the early game there, which is not something we're used to seeing from you guys, what was comms like whenever Zed started to get a bit of ahead? Were you worried? Was there any concern? Or were you just playing it out like normal?
It was our support Disturb just screaming in voice chat, cool down, we're going to outplay them in mid game. We always have, we will. So just calm down, play safe, and wait for mid game.
Sounds great.
We calmed down at that point. I think we stopped dying more or less when he said that. I think you can see that in game, and then we started to come back by starting to rotate to get first towers.
Yep. Who does a lot of a macro? Who does a lot of macros? Is a decision being a couple of people, or is it Disturbed, or is it you, or
It's mostly Disturbed. In team fights, really, we just it's Disturbed and Vixa.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's going to be Disturbed calling the rotations everywhere.
Yeah. Were you worried or concerned at any point? There were some team fights that started to go a bit towards SND's favor towards the end of the game, especially in that one in top tower, where your team was kind of divided a bit. There's a bit of concern. Like, was there any concern or any doubts, or was it just Disturbed and you guys all working together and saying to yourselves, guys, we're ahead, we can do this, no problem,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, after the previous two games and how they had gone, and seeing how this early game has gone, we thought like this couldn't go worse right now compared to what we had early game. So we're all pretty calm since when Disturb started to pick up the game. We got first tower. We started to really calm down, and after that, I think there was no point where we really started to worry. Even after that last team fight, I think you're talking about the one that happened near top lane and a bit in the top jungle, where we were kind of really split up. The Zed managed to get away with very little HP. We weren't really that worried. We were annoyed because we could finish the game faster if we won the team fight, but I don't think there was a worry at that point. It was really in the early game that we worried. That's it.
Now I have a question from the audience. Yannico, my boy, question your ease. You know what I mean? He's doing a bit of question on your Shanies. Now, yes. I can feel with you on this. Whenever you miss a Shani, it's the worst feeling in the world because you feel like you should have hit it, but you just miss it by like a tiny inch, and you're like, no, it's it's sort of. Is it pressure? You know what I mean?
It's not pressure. It's lack of practice. I haven't played Shen in a while, and he's not one of my really very much played champion. Like, for example, if you look at my Darius or my Poppy, they're at like 120 and 200,000 mastery. So I've played those champions a lot. I've got a lot of reflexes, know their length, know their limits. Shen, I'm maybe at 40,000 mastery. I don't know much about that champion. I'm not that good at him. So it's just lack of practice, really. And
well, do you have any final comments about the game about how you're feeling going into playoffs, or how are you feeling going into playoffs? I know I've asked, how you stack up, but how are you guys feeling going into playoffs?
We're not thinking that much about it. We're just getting ready for the same, except 2 games in a row, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I honestly think that the quarterfinals, both us and Sheep Team will just beat our enemies relatively easily. Yeah. The other teams, I haven't made any predictions right now, so I won't try to make any right now. I couldn't say because there can still be more of a difference between Group B and Group A than we think.
Yep.
So I'm not going to make predictions for the 2nd and 3rd seed games, but I think Sheep Team and I and Threeko will both go to semifinals. And honestly, I think we should meet in the finals again at the end of that. That will be probably the most interesting game of this entire tournament, I think.
Yeah.
I also want, because Stuck has asked about mid lane picks. I'm just gonna comment on that. Or mid laner, we have decided at the beginning of the tournament that instead of going for what's the strongest out there, we'll go for what's most comfortable for us. So that's why we for example, Disturbed really wanted the Maokai top this game. He really wanted Maokai top because it's a really strong pick, allows for amazing flanks, very good TPs, because you can just, with the entire ult, you can block off an entire lane. You can do so much with it. But the thing is, I haven't played much of the new Maokai, maybe 3 games. I feel a lot more comfortable on the tanks I've played more. So we opted for the Shen. Similarly, your mid laner is someone that really likes to play the ranged burst kind of champions. Yeah. So Xerath has been his go-to pick because it's really his main champion. But when they banned Xerath, we just picked a champion that's exactly the same playstyle Vel'Koz. You just stay far, poke them until they die, and you have a strong burst if you need it. Yeah. It's just about comfort.
Okay. What any comments to your fans or anyone in the Discord who you'd like to specifically call out for shit talking? You know, anything of the above?
Well, for those who are shit talking me, such as someone called Yannico, we will meet you in the finals, and I will make sure personally that you. I don't care if we win or we lose, but no matter what, I will personally make sure that you die a lot. All right. Thank you for having me. That was my final comment.
Well, thank you for joining us in the winners interview. Congratulations to you guys again for 4-0 in Group B, and we hope to see you do well in playoffs.
Thank you.
That about wraps up the cast. This has been the Dopest Pope, also known as Lord Pope McGuire, with my co-caster Barry. I don't know if Barry wanted to say anything there or just, you know. Okay, fair enough. And I'd like to thank Stuck as well for hosting the stream and making the stream run. That's about it, guys. Oh shit! Thank you very much, and have a fantastic day watching MSA.
Have a good day.